Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Devyani and I make a lot of informational videos about living and studying in the UK. So if you're somebody who is planning to visit the UK or are living in the UK on a tourist visa or student visa or anything else, there are some emergency contact numbers that you should know to keep yourself safe and your surroundings safe. So apart from the normal few, there are a lot more phone numbers which could be accessible for you depending on your situations. So in this video, let's go through all of them. But before we begin, let me take a minute to talk to you about this video sponsor, which is Amber Student. So if you know somebody who is moving to the UK to do their bachelor's or master's degree, they can book an accommodation with Amber Student. I've added the link in the description box below. All they have to do is search by the university name. Like for example, I'm studying at King's College London, and then they can just scan through the accommodations and then they can directly inquire from the website itself. So make sure if you know anybody who is an emergency of finding an accommodation, who has come here as a student, check out Amber Student. So the first number you can call is 999. So this is the primary emergency number in the UK, which is used to contact police, fire, ambulance, coast guard, or anything. So if there is something which is life-threatening or a serious injury, or which is like a crime in progress or a fire, you can see like if you need emergency help now, 999 is a number to call. Similarly, there is a number called 112, which is exactly same as 999, but just to unify it along with the EU numbers. Like in the European Union, if there's an emergency, you call 112. Similarly, in UK, you use 999 as well as 112. So anything emergency like like a life-threatening one, crime, you can call this number. If there is something which is non-emergency, like if you see something, if you want to report something to the police, you can call 111, or sorry, 101. It says accident, theft, property damage, or any other information related to crime, you can call 101. Coming to 111, which is the in NHS non-emergency helpline. So with 111, if you try to book an appointment with your GP, with your local GP, and if you're not able to get any help, you can just call 111 and ask for emergency, like medical help, or if you're feeling something, like you can just talk to them and they can help you out. They can also refer you to an emergency hospital nearby. So if you have like feeling something and if you feel that want to go to the hospital, they can also send a cab for you, which is free of charge. So for anything related to your health, 111 is the way to go. Coming to 105, so this is the power cut emergency line. So you can call 105 to report or get information on any power cut. So this is a free service. So you can just like, okay, when is the electricity gonna come back? There is an issue in my area, what do I do? So that is the number you call. So coming to the National Gas Emergency Service number, you call 0800111999. So if you smell gas or there's like a gas leak, you can immediately call. Maybe like a carbon monoxide leak as well, which can make people crazy, by the way, if you know those stories. So anything related to gas, you can call this number. Or if you find it like very emergency or life threatening, which like a gas blast or something, then 999 or 112 is the way to go. Then you can call 116103. It is called the Samaritan's helpline. I don't know how to pronounce that well, but this is like a free confidential helpline. But if you're having like distress or suicidal thoughts, if you want to talk to an expert, if you're feeling sad, having a person to talk to is always helpful. Always prioritize your mental health. So 116103, feel free to give them a call and there will be somebody to help you out and listen to whatever you have to say. And coming to the Crime Stoppers UK number. So if you want to call to report a crime but you want to stay anonymous, like you don't want to like reveal your identity, you call 0800304050. So this is a number you can call and get that information. Then if there is somebody who is missing or you want to find information about a missing person, you can call 116000, where you can get that kind of information. Then 080880702222 is the Environment Agency Incident Hotline. So this number is to report like illegal things related to the environment like pollution, dumping of hazardous material, environmental hazards. So anything like if you see something wrong happening, if somebody's mixing chemicals in something, you can definitely call the emergency hotline for the environment, which is again 080880702222. So here I have like clubbed a few other emergency numbers, which like two on the same slide, which are in the same category. But for child and safety abuse, you can call any of these numbers, which is 08001111, which is a confidential helpline for children and young people under 19. So this is also a free thing. So if you wanna like report something like abuse, bullying, mental health, so this is specifically for children. And NSPCC helpline, which is a number here. This is for adults which are concerned about the welfare of a child. So these are the two separate numbers. Then you talk about domestic violence and abuse. So the National Domestic Abuse Helpline is right here. Then there is also special advice for men who are victims of domestic violence, which I think is awesome. If somebody wants to reach out, there is a specific landline number for that. And also for if you're from the LGBTQA community, then you can call a different number which is mentioned here. Then for elderly and vulnerable adults, you have the Age UK advice line. So they give like free and confidential advice for older people and their families. They can help you with welfare, housing, and health. So this is, if you have any questions related to that, you can feel free to ask. And then elder abuse as well. So if there's somebody who's like mistreating elders in the family or something like that, you can call the number provided here. Then homeless and housing is another one. So if you need like shelter or then we have the homeless and housing helpline. So the shelter helpline is mentioned here. So you get a free helpline advising on housing and homeless issues and emergency housing needs. Then the street link number is to report homeless people like sleeping to the rough, so that they can get the help and support they need. So if you have like a house and there's somebody who is sleeping outside, you can call this number and they can like help out to find the best option for the homeless person and get the things they need. And the final one is rape and sexual assault. Hopefully nobody has to call this number, like most of the numbers nobody has to call, but the rape crisis national helpline is given here. So it provides support and information for all the affected people by rape or sexual assault. So they have timing, so you can't call them anytime, but from 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. daily. And then there is a Survivors UK. Then there is a specific number for male victims of sexual abuse. So this provides support and counseling for men who have gone through that. So if you know any other emergency numbers which I might have missed, please feel free to comment down in the description box below. And stay safe, stay healthy, and keep these contacts safe in your phone. Like save all of them so that if you ever need them, you have them handy. Thank you.